This is what happens by the time you get into phase 4. You've retrained your body to burn fat rather than carbs or sugar for energy. You've reduced the inflammation levels in your body. You've reduced the inflammation by eating wholesome, minimally processed foods and by having 5-hour fasts or more between each meal. You've nurtured your friendly microbes, and you've done that by getting rid of the excess sugar, ultra-processed foods, and eating more fresh vegetables and herbs, and by fasting between meals. And as we know, what's good for our microbes is good for us. So we better look after them, and they'll look after us. You've calmed your immune system down. It's less hyperreactive, and more focused on real dangers like viruses. That's what our immune system is for. It's for healing us from wounds and whatever else, and also protecting us against bacteria and viruses. But as we know, and as lots of people have joined in and told us here, there are a lot of people with autoimmune disorders with us, and that means that the body, or the immune system in the body, has got hyperreactive. It's reacting indiscriminately against things it shouldn't be reacting to. So even if there isn't any autoimmune disease, our immune system is calmer. Your digestion feels better. You're no longer bloated. You're much more regular. And thinking about digestion, it is such an important part of how we feel. When everything's working properly, we do feel lighter and more energized and generally better. So it's really, really key. You've become metabolically flexible. You can now switch between energy sources. If you've just got protein and fats, you can burn protein and fats for energy. If you haven't got the protein and fats, but you've got the carbs, you can still burn the carbs for energy. So that's got to be good. You've got your blood sugar levels back under healthy control. Really, really key, really important. You've lowered your insulin levels, and at the same time, your cells have regained their sensitivity to insulin, which is also a good thing. Your brain is resensitized to leptin. Leptin, you remember, is the hormone that says we've got enough energy. When our brain loses its sensitivity to leptin, we feel hungry all the time. And as we know, one of the main and most important ways of resetting leptin sensitivity is to eat breakfast, a protein breakfast, within an hour of waking. So having been resensitized to leptin, your brain is no longer searching for food. You're no longer hungry all the time. Your concentration is better. The brain fog has gone and you feel clear. And you can go for hours with great energy. You're never hangry anymore. And hangry, as most of us know, is a combination of hungry and angry. Because we've got our blood sugar levels under control, we're resensitized to leptin because our insulin is under control again. Our energy is much better and we can go for hours without food. And that's normal. We should be able to. Talking about energy, your energy has returned to the peak levels that you enjoyed in your youth. Something that many of us thought that we'd never joyfully experience again. And not only that, but your energy is more stable. No more peaks and troughs. It just feels great most of the time. Your sleep is deeper and more refreshing. And very often, nearly always, you don't need an alarm clock to wake you in the morning. And finally, I'm sure there are lots and lots of other things to say, but you're back to being who you really are, who you were originally, because everything has rebalanced. And it's a question of saying to yourself, welcome back to me. Welcome back to you, which is very, very exciting.